My name's Safi.
Well,
you already know who it is.
Oh my god. So the thing is, this time I'm gonna be switching up. So this video I'm not hosting. These guys are hosting.
I'm
so...
Chris. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got
excited
questions
as well.
for you.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be good because I've always wanted to get to know you anyway. Because
Yeah.
we've known each other for ages.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but
And
yeah,
we've just never had that time where we've just like, or like we've known. I think we can say we've known of each other for a long time. Bumped into each other.
Yes, exactly.
Instagram friends.
Yes.
Yeah, we've I've known you since like childhood, but we were only like at the same like community parties and stuff like that, but we never really like.
You know, like your parents link up with those African functions, and they're like, this is the kid of so and so, and you're like, okay,
you're like, hey,
So it's like, we've known each other for a long time, but never like properly got to know each other.
So I'm actually really excited for this.
Well, I'm so nervous. I just hate talking about myself.
We think it was important that we got to know our host.
Yeah. Because you're always asking the questions.
Yeah.
So now the roles are reversed.
I love interrogating. I love finding out your business.
Yeah.
I love
about to find out your business.
We both real nosy as well. So.
That's so true.
We know everything.
But like, I've promised these two to be as open and honest as possible. So, about to just expose myself.
You want to go first?
Yeah. I think like from the beginning. Yeah. I didn't even like know about Alvis, your boyfriend, or anything like that. So husband.
Boyfriend. He will actually like comment over like this video.
Yes, I wanna know like how your relationship started, like when did you guys meet?
So, how did we meet? Oh my god, that is a terrible story, and I really hope that his parents aren't watching. Because so the way I met Alvis was actually he was first dating my best friend. That's how I knew of him.
One of those ones.
That's why when people say you can't date your best friend's man, that could be somebody else's future, like husband and love of their lives. Like, let it be.
Is your friendship with that person still intact?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Them two are like friends.
Okay, cool.
There's nothing about it. It was like they were like obviously we were all like really young. It was one of those like really young, like teenage high school, you know.
Like,
how
old were you?
I think I was like. God, my memory is so bad. I think I was like 14 or something when I first met Alvis.
Oh, okay.
I think I was like that, like 13, 14 when I first met him.
How old were you when you started dating?
When we, the thing is, like, we were so, like, on and off as well. So it was sort of like, you know, he'd, like, hit me up and then we'd start, like, flirting. But then, like, one of us would maybe be, like, seeing somebody else and then, like, things never happened. So it was very, like, on and off until I was, like, 18.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, like, 18.
Okay.
So that was when we first started. Yeah.
Yeah. So who initiated it for?
Oh, actually, no, I was, like, 17. I was like, year 13.
Okay.
Going into year 13 is when we started.
Did you guys go to the same school? Or?
No, so he was living in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. And you went to Carmel, right?
Yeah. So I was living in Auckland. He was living in Hamilton. So, like, that's, like, 2 hours away. Yeah. So we started off, and we had always had a long-distance friendship. Yeah. So even, like, just our whole relationship, friendship had, we had always just got used to seeing each other, like, popping into each other's town and hanging out. So the long distance thing was fine as well, especially because I was in my last year of high school. Like, I need to focus on things. So it was nice that he wasn't living in the same city. Yeah. And I'd go there all the time. So,
Oh, so would you just drive up to Hamilton?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, he'd drive to Auckland all the time.
Oh, okay.
He'd drive here all the time.
Did you ever go up there as well? Or?
Yeah. I did go there a few times as well. So
to go and see him, or were there other people in Hamilton?
Oh, I did have, I did have other friends that were in Hamilton. I guess that's how we really got to know each other is because I would go to Hamilton for like the weekend or something to hang out with like friends that I had that lived there.
Oh, right.
And then I'd hang out with him too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, once we really started getting into things, then I'd purposely go down there just to hang out with him for the weekend because he was like flatting.
Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, so it was really cute.
Oh, so did he like ask you out like?
Oh my god!
Like,
bro, I asked him.
Really?
I know.
See, this is what I like about you. You're like a boss woman. Like, you just like, you know, whatever you want, you get. Like,
I don't know about that. That's a little embarrassing.
How's that embarrassing? That's not
it's
embarrassing.
like,
I asked Craig out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel so.
It was cute. I hit up his friend, asked him to give me his Instagram, and then I literally slid into the DMs.
See, okay, that makes me feel so much more normal. Because it's just like there are some guys that are like, you know, they want to, but they're also really shy. Yeah. And then for me, like, I don't mess around. So let's just start. Let's just let's see where this goes.
Oh, sweet.
So I was like, yeah. But I mean, I didn't officially ask him like, oh yeah, be my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Did you have to go through your friend who was dating him to ask her if it would be okay, or was it just like
when me and him started anything, it was years after.
Okay, yeah, that's
it was years after.
Why did they like? Did she feel like a type of way about
No, because they didn't. Okay, when they started their thing, I should make this so clear. When they started their thing, they lived in separate cities. She lived in Auckland, he was in Hamilton, and it was literally just like over the phone thing. They never even like saw each other.
Right, and
it was like so quick. It was like literally like it was like this little thing going on, and it was just like it never. Yeah. So oh my god, I did not like break up somebody's relationship. Bad or like that. Yeah. And they were really good friends. Good friends till now.
So good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So you guys dated for a bit, and then how long was it till Brooklyn came?
Oh my god. So Brooklyn is our son. He's our first child. So Brooklyn
was okay. So obviously,
I think 2 years. 2 years.
And was he planned or not planned?
Brooklyn was so unplanned.
Okay,
so unplanned. So unplanned because I was in the middle of studying. Yeah. Elvis was studying.
What do you study? Just so.
So I was studying midwifery. So while I was pregnant with Brooklyn, now I'm working as a self-employed community midwife in Auckland.
Cool.
Yeah.
How far into your studying were you?
I was at the end of my first year, so I was starting my second.
That's so early. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was coming to the end of my first year.
So you'd actually
scratch that. I was just at the start of my first year. Really,
and you got pregnant.
I was a couple months into starting midwifery,
and you got pregnant.
And I got pregnant. Yeah,
right.
And it's so funny because the first day when we came, like, when you have that first introductory class and they introduce you to what the degree is, the head of midwifery comes in. She's like, so let me say this. Somebody in this room will be pregnant by the end of the year or by the end of the degree.
And you were already saying,
I was like,
so bad.
Ew,
it's not me.
You're the one pushing bullshit.
We've got shit to do. Look at
you played yourself.
Twice, not once.
The irony of studying midwifery while
it's so common though, common that people have babies.
That's so buzzy.
I don't know what it is.
That's so buzzy. That's honestly the most buzziest thing.
Yeah. So you didn't continue to do it.
I did continue. So I worked all through my pregnancy. I continued my degree, and actually, even when I had Brooklyn, I gave birth. Oh my god, I was like. I remember
How old were you?
I was due. Oh my god, I was 19.
Okay.
I was 20 by the time he was born.
Okay.
I was 19 when I got pregnant. And I was like due. I was still working, doing like shifts at the hospital. And
so you were working, studying, and being pregnant.
So we do like placements.
Part of midwifery is
you do clinical placements. So you do like shifts at the hospital,
I see.
or shifts at the birthing centers.
Right.
So I was like on placement at the hospital and I was pregnant. They were really great because obviously it's midwifery, so it's midwives. So like they're so supportive. So that's why I think I was more able to like carry on the degree.
Right, because it was
everyone
you're learning
and everyone around you was just so supportive as well. So I like delivered Brooklyn. I was still in the degree. I delivered Brooklyn. I carried on. I made sure that before my due date, I finished ahead of time. So I did assignments like ahead of time.
Right.
I did like any type of assessments like ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that by the time I deliver him, I could give myself. I said I was like like 8 weeks, and then I can come back. Surely, after having a baby, 8 weeks, I'll come back. Don't worry.
Is it taking weeks to...
Wow! I was was drowning. Breastfeeding was so hard.
Oh my God.
Having a baby was so hard. I was so young. I was drowning. I was like,
That's
I talked up so much shit beforehand. I was like, pop a baby, I'll be back.
Oh my goodness.
This body will be back. I'll be back. I'll be so good.
Because you started the Baby Mama Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like everyone got to know you better from all of the posts that you would do about, you know, the experiences.
I'm so surprised nobody called, like, child services reading the Baby Mama Diaries.
No.
Now when I look back at some of the things I said, I'm
really?
I really think you should have said that about your child.
Like what?
Like what? I remember seeing stuff and thinking, oh, that's really sweet. It gave me an introspective, I don't know if that's the word, to like what it would be like to be a young mum in Auckland. Yeah. You weren't super young, like 19, 20 is like, you know, not that young. But it like put into perspective a lot of things that I didn't think about. I don't know, just raising a young boy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So like, what did you say that you take back?
Oh.
Or you think you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that?
I guess just some of the comments like I'd make about like Brooklyn just being like, shit.
Just being a baby.
How I would just like hand him over to anybody that would probably take him.
You're young though. Like,
I was like, bro, I was like, don't say that. He's gonna read that one day.
Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a little good though.
Probably that's how I really felt. But yeah, so when I had Brooklyn, I was continuing with a degree, but then once I got to like the end of the year and stuff, I was like, and there was a lot more placement to do. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more like clinical hours and things, and I remember I was in a cesarean because I was breastfeeding with Brooklyn. So I was on placement. I was at this woman's cesarean, and like my boobs were just, anyone that's ever breastfed, you know, when your boobs are full because you need to go pump or you need to go feed. It's been too long. And with a cesarean, like obviously everything is sterile. You need to stay where you are. You got a job. So you can't just like leave. I'm gonna leave, pump, come back. Like,
were you the only midwife for that lady?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. But like it was still, I had like stuff I was doing. So I was like, oh shit, like this is really, really uncomfortable. This is really bad.
Does it hurt?
It hurts so much. And then I started leaking. Oh. And I'm in this cesarean full of like a lot of men. And I was like,
was it like going through your t-shirt? Like
I just feel like wetting my bra, but it hadn't gone through like my scrubs.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I just said to the midwife I was working with, I'm like, my boobs are leaking and I have to go. She was like, I get it, like, go. But I was like, I can't do this. So I was like, I just decided to take, I just took a couple months off, and then I came back.
Was that really hard? Like, where were you in your life when he had just come out? Like, I kind of want to understand what you went through being like 19, 20, having a kid, having to pause what you were studying. Like, were you flatting? How were you like supporting yourself? Yeah.
So like,
were you living in Auckland at the time?
No, so I was living in Hamilton. So I was studying in Hamilton.
Yeah. And
like, thank God, like things sort of worked out in a way because my mom had bought a house in Hamilton. Mm-hmm. So we were living in that house.
Okay, with your mom?
No, she was living in Auckland at the time.
So she purchased the house.
Yeah, she purchased it to get people to rent and then live there.
Yeah.
Instead, we just
moved in.
With our baby.
And then
it was absolutely, it was a godsend, especially because like rent had started becoming so expensive everywhere. Having a kid, we were like, we cannot live in like these little cold as like houses, and it would have been such a mess.
Was Elvis working?
Elvis he was studying, and then he stopped studying to start working.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Was that really hard?
So that was really hard on him as well because he was like almost finished his degree as well.
Has he gone back to finish it now?
No, so he's changed up what he's doing. I mean, it sort of worked out as well because what he was studying was like music engineering.
Okay, cool.
Audio engineering. I really should correct that. But like he like anyone that knows him knows he loves cars. He loves cars. So now he is becoming an auto electrical
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, cool. See, it's amazing how things just work
out.
Yeah. Better than you've like planned initially. Yeah. No, that's really cool. That's awesome. Did you guys, when you guys were dating, did you ever talk about like marriage and like having a baby?
Yeah.
Did that conversation happen before the kid came along, or did that conversation have to happen like after?
No, actually, it's so crazy because it's like I feel like we've talked about marriage from like the beginning. Like for us in our relationship, it's so weird because it's like we've planned it out from day one. Like we've just always been so open about this is what I want. Yeah, this is how I want this. And just we've always sort of been on the same page with wanting like a family, wanting like a home, a marriage. It's always been like such a big thing for us.
Oh, that's awesome. So when you got pregnant, like it was like you both knew like
terrible timing.
Oh,
but we were just like
when you first found out, were you with him or were you with your friend?
No, I wasn't.
Were you by yourself? And what made you realize you were pregnant? Like, did you have the symptoms? God. Did you miss your period?
Yeah. So I was like on a placement, like a midwifery placement. So I was out with another midwife.
And learning the ropes.
So I was with her, and then I was just so nauseous. I think we were at a birth. I was so nauseous, and I'll never forget this midwife because she was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I swear, like midwives, especially ones who are like veterans, they can smell it. They can just smell the fetus growing. Oh my god, that's so creepy. They can pick up pregnant women and women who don't even know that they're pregnant. Yeah, I swear to God. Anyways, she was like to me, "Are you pregnant?" I was like, "No, what?" And she was like, "Let's go do a blood test." And we were like,
at the hospital. Actually do like a pee on a thing?
No, I did.
I did a full blood test.
I did end up doing a pee on a stick. I was like, no, surely not. But I did end up doing a blood test.
Oh, gross.
Because you have to wait for the results anyway. But she made me do a blood test, and I did do the pee on the stick test.
Yeah.
And then
both came
all positive.
So what was your first thing? Did you call up Elvis and you were like?
Yeah. No, I think I wanted to tell him in person. I'm pretty sure. I waited for him to get home.
Yeah, I don't want to tell someone in person. There's no like. I was
like, what if he never comes back?
Was he?
What if I can't? Bye. Like, I'm just gonna go buy milk.
Was he the first person? Was he the first person you told? Do you remember?
I think no, because I texted him and then I wanted to tell him when he had got home. But while I'm waiting for him to get home, I think I texted my best friend, like Sasha.
Yeah.
Just to like calm me down.
Is that the same girl who was seeing him in the beginning?
No. No. She's my friend from high school. So I like talked to her about it. So I guess she's really the first person who found out was the midwife who got me the test.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I was just so thankful that like when I told Elvis, he was like shocked and like a bit like panicked.
But you instantly both knew you would like go ahead with the pregnancy.
But it absolutely wasn't it wasn't an option to not continue.
Is that for religious or just your own personal
No, reasons? It was just personal. I guess it's like because I absolutely like 100% understand like that it's not always the right timing for people, and it's not always the right decision, and that's not just for it's also for your own sort of for your mental health as well. And sometimes the relationship you're in maybe just isn't. So absolutely so many things to factor in. It's just for us, it's like,
you could have made it work.
Yeah, we were like, look, we can make this work. And it was more that I sort of felt for me, I might regret it if I didn't. But it was a really hard decision, but
So you're not against abortion?
No, so absolutely not. Absolutely not. No,
right.
There's always you have no idea. People are in such different situations.
Yeah. But in your situation, you knew you would.
Yeah, it was just for me personally. At that time, I couldn't get myself.
Were you afraid of like being a young mom and like what will people say? Is there do your family have some sort of expectation that this is like super wrong, or like were you afraid of being judged by your friends and like society and stuff?
Yeah, hugely. Like when I first got pregnant with Brooklyn, Like, my mom was so against it. My mom was like, no way. Like, you're keeping a baby. You're, like, right in the middle of studying. Like, Elvis is still studying.
Yeah.
Where the hell do you guys even have money from? You're living in my house for free. She was like, no, like, no way.
So did you sit her down and tell her you wanted to keep
Oh, my God,
baby,
yeah.
or?
When I told her, she just, like, walked out of the house. She's like, I'm just gonna go. I was like, she thought I was joking at first. She was joking. And then later on, she was like, were you serious about that baby thing? And I was like, yeah, I really am pregnant. She was like, I just have to go.
And how did you come around?
Fuck, it was really hard, especially because my family as well. It was really hard to tell them because I was the first person to get pregnant so young. Like, that just hadn't happened in my family.
Wait, do you have any other siblings?
So I have a younger sister who's like 4 years younger than me. So she's like 20 now.
I don't know.
I haven't met her.
Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
something
so. Yeah. So I have a younger sister. But yeah, it was a big thing to tell them, like.
And Elvis's family were they?
Oh yeah, it was a big thing to tell them as well.
Okay, so it was both. It was hard.
It was really hard on both sides. It was one of those things where we had to be really strong in our decision because there were a lot of people who didn't agree with it. But there were also people in, like, especially in his family, like his brother and like sister-in-law were the most supportive people. They were so amazing. Probably.
And how were your friends when you came out to them? Were they like excited, or were they like, Sev, this is like, you're young, are you sure? How was it mixed reviews?
Yeah, no. I think, like, my friends were really, like, excited and happy for me, but at the same time were like, but are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you, like, really, really sure it's a baby? And I was like, yeah. So yeah, we had to be really confident that this is what we wanted to do.
You have to,
Just sort of, like, stand on that, sort of, like, say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Did you ever come across, like, the stigma of being a young, especially black woman, and, like, wherever you went, that, like, did you feel like people were judging you?
Yeah.
Did you feel like,
oh my God, it was
prejudice
so awkward. The hard thing was when I had Brooklyn and I was so young, and so I was a young black mom.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'd go to, like, we went to antenatal, like, prenatal classes. It's like
before you have your baby.
Before you have the baby. Yeah. So they have, like, a little class, and everybody else is like rich white moms, older parents, people in their 30s, people have planned this for ages.
Would people always ask you, oh, so how old are you?
Everybody would just sort of, like, see it as, like, oh, of course this was an accident baby. Like,
oh, that must be so annoying.
You know?
That must be so
annoying. And it's like, it was an accident that we got pregnant, but it was no accident that we kept him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It was so purposeful.
Wait,
so
did you guys
I hate that.
Oh my God! Like, were you surprised that you had the baby, or you were like, I was asking for this low key?
Actually, no. I had a copper IUD, so you know I can sue the company that makes them because I actually had a copper IUD in. So we weren't using condoms, but I had a copper IUD, which is like a little implant in your cervix so you don't get pregnant.
It's only 99% or something, right?
No, it's not. I think, like,
What do you mean only? 99% is quite a
I think 1% is like when
most things are like 95
like 100 times, and 1%, that's like one.
Yeah,
time.
but that's still like in the bigger picture, 99% is pretty like good. You know what I mean?
Huge.
It's like
it's
still huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but because it's not 100%, there is that chance.
Yeah,
Oh,
nothing,
and that
nothing's
chance
100%.
over a long.
Yeah.
Because they've been together years, like it's still a chance.
Yeah, but you know, still.
I
like,
wouldn't double protection, but I'm just. Yeah.
What?
I know.
I wouldn't double protect.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No. If I had a copper IUD, that's all I'd use.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, well, really, probably don't. Use a condom as well.
Oh my God.
I know someone who's on the pill and uses condoms.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's
a lot.
They really protect.
That's a lot.
I got
that's
shit
a lot.
to do. I've got shit to do. I love that.
And I also know someone who's been on the pill, like, and still got pregnant, and then didn't keep it, and then went on the pill again, got pregnant again, didn't keep it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard. But yeah, I've definitely met women like that as well.
Yeah, like sometimes, you know, God
that's just some bad luck.
Yeah, the pill doesn't work as
great.
Great. It doesn't work as great for everybody.
No,
For some people, it's super effective. For other people, it's not really.
Yeah, it's good for me. Like, I love it.
I hate the one I have to be on because I get migraines. I have to be on the one that you have to take same time every day within like a 3-hour window. And I always forget.
Is that the mini pill?
pill?
I'm pretty sure that's a mini pill, right?
I don't know, but
pretty sure it is.
I
think it's the combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's intense.
So you were on protection.
Yeah, I had a copper IUD in, and it's actually, we don't even know where it is till today.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Yeah, crazy.
That's just...
That's mad.
So it's actually...
Wait, what? Wait, and she also has another baby as well.
Yeah, so
2 kids.
We'll get to
No.
Wait,
so,
what? Wait, so you have a copper IUD in you?
No, I don't know where it is now. It's not there. They've looked for it, so it's not there. But I don't know what happened. It must have fallen out. They think like it must have fallen out.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Okay.
I fell out.
Yeah.
I expected Brooklyn to be born holding it or something.
I took that
You really don't.
Oh my god, it's too crazy. I love it.
Yeah, so like we were so worried because we were like, shit, like what if like this is gonna like complicate the pregnancy if it's like implanted somewhere in my body?
Yeah,
but
like,
apparently it can
skin
happen where it can fall out. So you're supposed to check for it regularly.
Yeah,
and it's still there.
Right.
And there's like a little. Is there like a little thread?
Yeah, you can feel the strings.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You feel the strings.
It's still there. Yeah.
All good. Wait, so are you on protection now? Or do you want a third baby?
I think my phone's ringing. Nah, so we finished. We are complete with our family.
So did you, before when you talk about babies and stuff, did you always know that 2 was the family?
No, the thing is, I sorry, I just got a reply.
Do you edit the stuff out?
Yeah, I do edit it.
Okay, cool. I just want you
I
to
think
know.
my
Okay,
phone.
cool.
Oh,
No! What did you put on your stories?
Something to know, are
Good
content, guys. Loving it.
Okay, cool. So now, because we always thought we wanted like a big family. Well, I thought I wanted a big family. I was like, I just
like
always imagined myself. I don't know, maybe even like 5 or 6. Like I always imagined myself.
I feel like
I know.
It's a lot.
Yeah, like I always imagined myself, you know, like Christmas. I'm like older. I've got my whole family sitting around the table. I've got all my grandkids, my great grandkids. I've just got like this nice big family.
Yeah.
That's what I always imagined.
Yeah.
But
after
now,
2, you were like,
after 1, I was like, fuck that, no. But then Araya was like another accident. Well, sort of, but not really.
So she has a daughter.
Yeah, so Araya is my daughter.
How old is she?
So we had Araya like 2 years after Brooklyn.
Okay.
So with Araya, we weren't using protection, but it was more like not purposefully. It was like we just hadn't gotten around to sorting something out. Because I was like, okay, obviously a copper IUD doesn't work. I don't really do well on the hormonal contraception.
Yeah.
Like so, it's just very frustrating trying to figure out like what to do other than like a hysterectomy and just take out my whole uterus. Yes, the Marina is hormonal. So everything else is hormonal except for condoms and a copper IUD.
Oh, okay, I see. So and nobody that comes out.
Raise your hand.
No, so the thing is, like, yeah, now I'm like, yeah, we're done. We've got our son, we've got our daughter, like, that's enough.
Okay, but if you mean we're done, so have you got like the snip or something?
Nah, so like
we'll just be
will hopefully
as careful as
possible. No, so obviously because of the whole lockdown thing going on, it's been like hard to get, but like just want to like probably go and get Elvis to get the snip.
All right.
But it's just expensive.
So are you like risking it?
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's like at least $400. That's a cheap one.
But it's always it's reversible. So if you decided you wanted babies again, you can reverse.
But
it.
the thing is, like, I'm sure if you reverse it, the chances are a lot more lower. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they are.
Anyway, yeah.
Obviously, he's got great swimmers.
But so are you risking it now?
Yeah.
So it might be a third. There's a potential for a third.
Are you pregnant?
Now I'm using condoms. Now
okay, I see.
Yeah, now we know what happens.
Yeah. Now we know what happens when you have sex.
Yeah. Now we've really learned about the birds and the bees.